My first guest is Robert Alexander. For the past 35 years, Robert, Bob, can we call you Bob?
Please do.
Have been involved in the entertainment industry. He's personally produced over 250 events in the United States, including the Electric Cowboy Festival, Holiday on Ice, and Roy Orbison and the New Beats. Roy was one of my favorites. Alexander has produced and promoted numerous television shows and stage productions, including Entertainment Las Vegas Style, Rock Around the Clock, and Sinatra My Way. My goodness. He's worked with such artists and musical acts as Ike and Tina Turner, the Eagles, Rod Stewart, Beach Boys, the Doobie Brothers, and he serves as CEO and president of the Motion Picture Hall of Fame. He also currently serves as president of the Palm Springs Walk of Stars, Las Vegas Walk of Stars, and Anaheim Walk of Stars, and he is here in studio to talk about the Walk of Stars. Robert, how come you represented such little people? My goodness, you had them all.
Well,
welcome.
Thank you. I was very fortunate. I started out trying to be a singer in the entertainment business, and I then became a record promoter, and I met Roy Orbison promoting records, and Roy was such a great singer that I always wanted to sing every time I would hear him, and he used to say to me, "Bob, try not to sing." And anyway, Roy gave me my first concert dates, and from there I promoted concerts all over the Midwest, the South, New York, California, and Roy was very good to me in the very beginning.
Well, I also want to mention, we're going to hear from her in a little while, but we've got a great gal in the studio also, Dorothy Kloss, and everyone knows Dorothy from the Follies, and we're going to talk to her near the end of the show, but I want to say welcome to you too, Dorothy.
Well, thank you so much, Jacqueline. I'm so happy to be here.
And I know we have a lot of friends listening in, so hi out there. Okay, Bob, now let's get to it. First of all, briefly tell us, what is the Walk of Stars?
The Palm Springs Walk of Stars is a nonprofit, public benefit foundation. It was founded in 1992 by Gerhard Frenzel and Barbara Foster Henderson. Sonny Bono, I believe, was mayor at the time. And the first 5 stars were Earl Strebe, who managed the Plaza Theater, William Powell, Ruby Keeler, Charlie Farrell, Ralph Bellamy. And we now have honored 330 different stars, with Dorothy Dale Kloss being the 330th.
And
it was a great ceremony.
We're going to introduce her near the end. We're going to give her a couple of minutes near the end there, because also we're happy to have her here. Let's talk about the geographical location of Palm Springs in which these stars are located. They cover certain areas.
We have stars embedded in the sidewalk all up and down Palm Canyon, from Alejo to Baristo. We have stars on Museum Drive and also on Tockwitz.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned before, mention it again, how many are there in total now? 300 and...
We now have 330.
And when was the first star dedicated?
In February of 1992.
Oh, well, it's been great. You know, Bob, before we go on, let's give my audience your website, because there's a lot of information on the website.
PalmSpringsWalkOfStars.com.
Terrific. PalmSpringsWalkOfStars.com. Okay, Bob, now people out there are saying, okay, how can I get a star in Palm Springs? First of all, what are the categories involved?
In show business, first of all, we honor people in show business. We honor sports stars, celebrities in the world of books, authors, publishers, humanitarians, civic leaders, pioneers, and Congressional Medal of Honor awardees. We've actually honored 5 Congressional Medal of Honor awardees.
That is wonderful.
Anyone can nominate someone for a star. They fill out an application on someone that they feel like would qualify. The application is then presented to our board of directors. We have 13 members on our board, and we call for a vote. If the applicant receives a majority vote, then they're notified that they are eligible to receive a star. There's a $10,000 donation that is required, and we normally need at least 3 to 4 weeks to plan the star ceremony.
Okay, now the $10,000 donation, you are a nonprofit group.
Correct, yes.
So the $10,000 donation certainly covers all the costs. I know that, but what basically is that for? And is there anything that you put aside for other purposes?
Yes, we put $1,000 with the city of Palm Springs on every single star ceremony. It goes into an emergency maintenance fund. We put $500 from every star into our maintenance account. We clean the stars every month. We paint the stars, every single star, once a year. And every 3 years, we have to bring each and every star up to the National Slip Meter Code Test, which basically keeps people from slipping and falling on the stars.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. How about that? Now, you talked about you have a board, and they oversee the selection process. Can you talk a little bit about some of the board members, who some of these board members are?
Yes, we have Lou De Silva, who is our accountant. We have Kathleen Bennett, who is our secretary. We have Susan Stafford, who was the first co-hostess of Wheel of Fortune. She was also the first Daytime Emmy Award winner for a game show and the first lady to get her own microphone on television. We have Janie Hughes, who is the first lady of Wi-Fi and has prepaid calling cards at airports throughout the country. We have Marilyn Ball. Marilyn is a producer, entrepreneur in her own right. She is also the mother of the original Bionic Woman, Lindsay Wagner. We have Clancy Grass, who is married to Al Beth Grass, one of the original Paris sisters, who had an international hit called I Love How You Love Me. Clancy produced network television such as the shows such as the Tom Jones and Paul Anka specials.
Quite a gang.
Herb Gronauer has been an agent for well over 50 years, has been named Agent of the Year worldwide twice by Billboard magazine. We have John Bolivar, who's a great musician here in the Valley.
Did we cover them all?
No, we haven't covered them all. But
okay, well, we're going to have to kind of, if you can say them real fast, the rest of them.
Alan Bregman, Dave Carson. I think I've covered everyone
okay,
now.
if we've forgotten anybody,
and
we're
Bill
sorry.
Beck. Bill Beck, who was
Bill Beck,
one of the original
Bill.
Marlboro men.
Oh, absolutely. We can't forget him. We can't forget him at all. And then very quickly, I want you to talk about the fact that a person can actually adopt a star.
Yes. Anyone can adopt a star, their favorite star, if it hasn't already been adopted for that year. And we charge, I believe it's $275 to adopt a star for a year. And for that, we give the person that adopts that star a nice plaque. And
very nice.
That helps us with the ongoing maintenance and replacement of stars over a period of time.
Okay, that's great. Well, I want to introduce Dorothy now because I want to get back to you to talk about the future, who's going to be getting future stars. And so here in studio is the gorgeous Dorothy Dale Kloss, tap dancer extraordinaire, and she's in the Guinness Book of Records holder and Palm Springs resident. She was honored, as Bob says, with the 330th gold star. And it's on 128 South Palm Canyon Drive in front of the Fabulous Follies. Dorothy, hi there, babe. Why don't you tell us how long you've been dancing? How old were you when you started?
Oh, well, we're going back to baby classes when I was like 3 in St. Louis, Missouri, and then moved to Chicago when I was 4 years old and just continued. And I tell you, I've just always loved to dance. And here I am at 86 going on 87, which surprises me too, but here I am.
Well, and you were working with a young man in Chicago named
named Bob Fosse.
who certainly we are all aware of. And you won a tap dancing contest, and then you were appearing where in Chicago?
Well, when I won the contest, I don't know if you remember Georgie Taps, who was really a great tap dancer, and he was in the Empire Room of the Palmer House. And after an age, so I won this contest, and then Miss Abbott, who was the agent for the Empire Room of the Palmer House, she asked Georgie to give me a routine, and I went in to the Empire Room when I was 15. And from then on, it was dance, dance, dance.
Fame all the way. Toured with Eddie Duchin until his orchestra was drafted, and then she performed for the USO. And we are running out of time, but I want Bob, thank you, Dorothy, I want Bob very quickly to mention some of the names of the people who are going to be getting their star.
Upcoming stars beginning in October will be the great Carol Channing.
Yay, it's about time, right? Right, Dorothy?
You bet.
We have Debbie Gibson, singer Debbie Gibson coming up.
Yes.
We also have Cheetah's owner and trainer, Dan Westfall.
Love Dan.
Is Cheetah going to be there?
I don't.
He's getting, he's older than me.
In spirit, Cheetah will be there.
Cheetah will be there. Well, that's fantastic. Why is it taking so long for Carol Channing to get a star?
Just timing, her scheduling. And by the way, she's going to have some absolutely great guest speakers.
Oh, I bet. Now, when is that going to be the first up and coming? And
star,
when is that?
It's October the 2nd. I believe that's a Saturday.
October the 2nd.
But it is October the 2nd.
People, you heard it first right here. October the 2nd, Carol Channing. And I'm sure Dorothy's going to be there, aren't you, Dorothy?
Oh, you bet.
Tapping your way around
Absolutely.
the stars.
I love Carol Channing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
She's
who doesn't?
Great. And also, I want to be there for Cheetah's father, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Dan was in the Follies,
I know. And I met him at your party at the Zoso.
Great person.
Yeah.
Great person.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a lot of fun.
I'd like to add that the owner of Azul Restaurant is the sponsor of Carol Channing's star.
Good.
Oh, my goodness.
Gracious.
Isn't that? I love that restaurant.
That is
Terrific.
absolutely fantastic. Yeah. That is really great. Well, Dorothy, so what are you doing these days? I know you've got something coming up. Is there anything you can tell us right now?
I can't tell you right now, but I did resign from the Follies after 15 years and going on to another venture, which will start in August, but I'm not at liberty to.
Oh, wow.
But it's with a big company.
But it's going to be local, isn't it?
No.
Aren't we going to see you here anymore?
Oh, I live here.
Well, I know you live here, but where are you going to be? We're not going to see you dancing
I'm going
at the
to be
Follies
here and there
and
everywhere. And I'm still going to be dancing and singing and talking about Palm Springs, how wonderful it is, and
I know you were
here.
I know you were at Dink's dancing.
I was at Dink's
that.
last night.
Yes, I heard that. I heard that from our friend Lisette. Hello.
Oh,
out there,
yes. Lisette, she's so great. Well, she was with us last night, actually.
Yes, I know.
Yes,
I know that.
Yes.
That's why I know it.
We go there to Jitterbug, and it's great fun. I love the restaurant.
It's a lot of fun.
We had dinner there last night for the first time.
Well,
they have that
good.
special.
Yes, they do. Well, we're not going to advertise, but
Okay.
we're going to say that Dink's is a lot of fun, and since she's not going to be at the Follies, you might see her at Dink's. Now, Bob, we're going to see you around town certainly for the star, but what else have you got planned? You're very involved with the Las Vegas thing now, aren't you? And Anaheim, and my goodness, how can you keep up with all of these stars?
Well, I like to stay busy.